creating a customized registration form. If you don't want to use our predefined standard registration forms, you can create completely customized registration forms. However, your system administrator will need to have configured your custom form setups described in the installation and configuration guide. This may sound complicated, but the Salesforce system administrator will know how to do this. They can also log a support call on supportsparksmith.com for assistance. You can also contact our sales team on salessparksmith.com and we will quote you to create all your customized forms for you. Creating the customized registration form using fields that have been created. To access event forms, go to the waffle and search for event forms. You can add this item to your menu tabs if you plan to change these often. Click on New and select Custom Registration Form. Give it a meaningful name and description so you can easily identify it when you are setting up your first event. Complete the instructions field as this content will appear at the top of the form on the event site. Save. Note, you are not given the option to select fields from a predefined list as you are now building a customized registration form. Specifying which pre-created fields to use on your customized registration form. Now that your system administrator has created the fields you want on your customized registration form, you can select them and order them on your form. From your new event form, click on Relate It. To include a field on the customized registration form, create a new event form field by clicking on New. You need to define the order in which your fields will appear on the form by specifying the order in form for each field you include. For example, the first field on your form will be Order in Form equals 1. The status for event form fields indicates the following. Visible: the field is visible on the registration form and available for syncing. Hidden: the field is not visible on the registration form, but still available for syncing. Inactive: the field is not in use. You will need to get the system-generated field name from your system administrator, as this is how EventSpark knows which field to use on the form. It begins with EventSpark, for example, EventSpark shirt size C, and needs to be typed in exactly as it appears in the field. From there, you can decide what label you want the field to have on your form and whether the label is visible to your delegates or whether you just want to use a placeholder. Validation on custom fields. You can also decide whether your custom fields are mandatory by checking Required. If you want to limit the length of responses, you can, but it depends on what data field type your system admin defined the field as. For example, a text field can only take up to 255 characters. If you are expecting your responses to be longer than that, you need to ask your system admin to change the type of field to a long text field. Custom picklists and multi-select picklists. A picklist allows users to select only one value from a list that you define, whereas a multi-select picklist allows users to select more than one picklist value from a list that you define. Ask your Salesforce admin to set up your custom picklist or multi-select picklist and provide you with the field name as described above. You can ask your system admin to define the values you want displayed in your picklist when he or she creates the field, or you can define them yourself by capturing them as option values. You can also define how many of these options you want displayed on your form to control the length of your form by specifying the hash visible lines. Keep adding fields as described above until you have built the customized registration form you need. All responses to your questions will be saved in the corresponding fields on the delegate/guest record that is created when your guests complete the form.